Let's come back to the region. Security has been beefed up in Mogadishu as Somalia prepares to conduct its first democratic presidential election since the oust of Siad Barre in the early 1990s. Our reporter Stanley Mbichu is in Mogadishu and now gives us a snippet of some of the arrangements put in place to secure the ongoing elections expected to end on the 30th of this month.
Due to the ongoing elections for representatives of the lower house in Somalia, Amisom and other supporting partners have suspended some of their operations in some areas. They now want to support and maintain public order during elections at the polling and collating centers.
The Amisom sector commanders and the headquarters, plus the Somali National Army headquarters and his regional commanders are meeting, and now we are concluded. We agreed to do something against Al-Shabaab. We plan it, we are going to plan, and then we come together and we will take a common operation, fighting side by side against Al-Shabaab.
Our security plan is drawn in such a way that it's a joint security plan together with not only the Somali police forces, but we have brought all other forces within with the Somalia to ensure that we protect these elections. The outer ring is handled by our Amisom military, then the second ring by the Somali SNA and the NISA. Then the inner ring is specifically for the police.
The Amisom Deputy Police Commissioner Christina Laro has assured all delegates of security in all polling stations across Somalia, as some women delegates have cited intimidation not to participate in the voting process.
We've at least had such a case reported where some candidates say they have not been allowed to vote. They have been told to stand down. So those are some of the things, but they are beyond, of course, those are beyond the police. We send it to the respective authorities.
It's a challenging, like in many other African countries. The women are very active in every aspect of society, but then when it comes to political participation and clan involved, it's very challenging. I think you can relay from your countries as well. It's not something new to Somalia, but we are working very hard to make sure that that goal is achieved.
More stringent measures are being put in place to handle any impending threat. The upper house, which is composed of 54 representatives, has 53 seats already filled in, as Somaliland is yet to stamp their last lot. The lower house elections are still underway, with over 100 seats already filled. Stanley Mbichu, KTN News, Mogadishu, Somalia.
Stanley Mbichu has been reporting live from the Somali capital, Mogadishu, and now joins us. Stanley, the whole world is watching Somalia as they conduct their first democratic election since Mohamed Siad Barre was ousted in 1991. Just give us a feel of how things are in Somalia.
Well, like you rightfully put it, Ben Kitili, we are coming live to you in Mogadishu, the capital, Mogadishu, here in Somalia. Where we are right now is Sector 1 of Somalia. There are 5 sectors controlled by the Amisom troops. And the ongoing election so far, by yesterday night at around 9:30 p.m., over 100 seats in the lower house of the Somali House Representatives have already been filled, and 53 seats in the upper house have already been filled in. Only 1 seat is remaining in Somaliland, which is we expect the results to trickle in the course of today. The presidential elections are scheduled on the 30th of this month, and just to bring you up to speed is that these elections kick-started in October, and it's now heading towards December. You can see the timeline within which the elections are being held. It's because this is the first time they are doing this system of elections whereby they look forward to represent more delegates who will elect the president in Somalia, unlike how it used to be back in the years before. And this is geared towards an electoral process that will see a one-man, one-vote that is scheduled to take place in 2020. That's the vision that they have come 2020. Unlike in Kenya, where all citizens participate in elections, here in Somalia, the clans are the most key people, where they select delegates who will select the MPs of the upper house and the lower house. Then the upper house and the lower house will then elect the president. That's how different it is. And the reason why it has taken this long is because security is the key issue here. And just to give you an up to speed on security matters, we had a moment with the head of Amisom, Mr. Francisco Madiera, and he gave us an update saying that troops will be drawn from different various places across Somalia so that they can come to Mogadishu ahead of the elections that are scheduled on the 30th of this month. Ben.
Stanley, speaking of security, there have been concerns that a lot of people may be scared because Al-Shabaab did issue that threat that they will be seeking to disrupt the elections and following the withdrawal of Ethiopian troops. Just how assured are the Somali people, especially those delegates participating in the elections?
Like you saw in the story, there were reports as put across to us by the security agencies that there were threats to the women who are supposed to be electing their own in the lower house. But security issues have been addressed. However, yesterday there was a meeting with the commanders, sector commanders, together with the regional commanders and the Somali National Army, Somali National Forces. Out of the meeting, though they gave us a brief meeting, they told us that they have a consortium agreement that they are fighting one main cause, which is the Al-Shabaab. Ben Kitili, just to tell you that on Sunday when we set foot here in Mogadishu, we had a brief that the cases of assassinations, a few cases of assassination, a gentleman, an elder who was playing part in selecting some of the delegates who were supposed to be part of this electoral process was assassinated here in Mogadishu. But that security forces say that they have beefed up security. There are 3 circles where Amisom is controlling the outer ring of every electoral process centers that here in Mogadishu and across the whole country. And they've said that they will ferry troops all the way from other areas to come here in Mogadishu. It's a very big town, so that the presidential elections are not disrupted during and after elections. Concerns about post-election are there, since many people may not be happy about the outcome of these elections, and the security agents have geared up that process. And also, just to mention that the issue of Amisom withdrawing from Somalia, as from the brief given to us by relevant security agencies, is that come 2018, they will start moving out of Somalia so that they can give the Somali National Forces an opportunity to take care of their country. However, the troops that are operating currently in Somalia are 21,000, and initially they expected that the troops will be increased to 49,000. Perhaps the 49,000 will be part of the SNA National Army. Their processes to equip and give them manpower so that they can take over their own country. Ben.
Stanley, when do we expect to know the next president of Somalia?
The timelines we posed that question to the relevant agencies, and they told us that they can't disclose that, but elections are expected to start on 30th. For security reasons, they cannot even disclose where elections will be taking place at, because Mogadishu, compared to Kismayu, is more dangerous, most infested with the Al-Shabaab, and the security forces are taking a geared up intention of making sure that everything runs smoothly. But most likely after maybe 2 days after the 30th, we may be getting the results of who is going to be the next president to take over Somalia. Ben.
Thank you, Stanley. Stanley Beach, our reporter from the Somali capital, Mogadishu. Stanley, by the way, is also a camera person responsible for capturing all those moments. Great work by the team there.